I'm Nate Pennington, and we are here for the Labor Day Championship race. As we take a look at the fine facility here at Kare, I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you that we have moved. We have a new phone number, a new address. The new phone number is area code 513-278-6660. New address is 4144 Natchez Road, Dayton, Ohio 45416. As we look at the WAZU Kare Speedway children's races, we'll be back with all the racing action in just a couple of moments, so stay with us. Okay, the first thing up tonight, first race up tonight is the mini stock heat race for the Labor Day Championships. We'll have heat races for all the divisions plus features. And now for your lineup, as soon as we zoom in and I can see the cars a little bit closer. Field cars out here tonight at Kare, as you will see with the late model Sportsman later. Okay, now your lineup on the pole. Car number 37H, that's Sonny Hare. Outside of him, the 24 of Jeff Foltz. In the second row, car number 74, that's Cal Crutchlio, and the 28 of Larry Felix. Then it's the 42 of Greg Howard, the 9 of Scott Hall, the 85 of Jay Crawford, and outside of Jay, I'm not sure who that car is. I'll have to take another look. And the light's gone out on the Kare pace car, and we should get a green flag next time by. That is Kurt Otto on the tail end in car number 71. Mini stock heat race coming at you. Green flag flies, and we are racing. And your leader, Sonny Hare, Jeff Foltz right on his back bumpers. They go through turns 3 and 4 for the first time. Now Foltz looks underneath down the front straightaway. Jeff Foltz in the 24 car, your new leader. Sonny Hare back to second. Jeff Foltz in that 24 car being on quite a tear as of late. Scott Hall in the 9 car running in third, and 42 Greg Howard in fourth. The leader's getting strung out now a little bit. Jeff Foltz still leading the pack. Jay Crawford running in that 6th position. Or, excuse me, in the 5th position. Jeff Foltz, still your leader, car number 24. Sonny Hare still runs in second. Jeff Foltz, Sonny Hare, Scott Hall. The 42 of Greg Howard runs in fourth. Once again, your winner, car number 24, Jeff Foltz. Next up, the Pro Stocks on the pole. Car number 92, John Matuszewski. Outside him, the 41 of Rick Curtin. Then it's the 32 of Jerry Johns Jr., the 34 of Dave Sewell, the 95 of Vern Phillips. The Pro Stocks first heat race. on the track. Car number 17, Steve Lee. Green flag, we are racing. John Matuszewski, your early leader. Jerry Johns a second in second. Good battle going on for that third position. Now Dave Sewell moves around for third. Vern Phillips runs fourth. Now Jerry Johns Jr. looks underneath John Matuszewski through the first and second turns. Matuszewski's having that Mopar hooked up tonight. Oh, and a little touch, a little fender bumping there. Jerry Johns Jr. underneath John Matuszewski. Oh, and they touch big time coming out of turn 4. Jerry Johns Jr. spins down the front straightaway. Matuszewski keeps it going, but he'll be lucky if that didn't at least cut down a tire. Needless to say, caution on the track.
About 22 and 11. 22 and 11.
John Matuszewski, Dave Sewell, Vern Phillips, and Rick Curtin, your top 4. And running in 5th is Steve Lee in the 17 car. Green flag, we are racing. No, we're not. A couple of cars trying to get a jump on the start. And flagman Dave Shearer says, no thank you, gentlemen. Backstretch flagman Frank Brock gives him the signal to take it easy. And they come out of turns 3 and 4 this time. Green flag flies this time, and we are racing once again. John Matuszewski, your leader. Matuszewski still your leader. Dave Sewell now looks inside down the front straightaway and into turns 1 and 2. They're side by side. Now Sewell with the lead. Dave Sewell, car number 34, your leader. And Matuszewski spins down the back straightaway and ends up in turn 3. Caution on the track. Okay, one more lap and we should get a green flag. Dave Sewell, John Matuszewski, Steve Lee, Rick Curtin, and Vern Phillips. And now Vern Phillips jumps up there on the start. But we will get a green flag and we are racing once again. Dave Sewell with a jump on the start. He's your leader. John Matuszewski running in second. Steve Lee in third. Dave Sewell still your leader. John Matuszewski and Steve Lee battle for that second position. Steve Lee looking for a way around. That was a white flag that time by. Steve Lee now gets around John Matuszewski for that second position. I take it back, that was a checkered flag. Where was I? Your winner, Dave Sewell. In second will be John Matuszewski, 17. Steve Lee runs in third. Once again, your winner, car number 34, Dave Sewell. Dave Sewell, car number 34, your winner. race number 2 for the Pro Stocks. On the pole, car number 1, Jerry Johns. John Fitzgerald in the 87 car. Outside of him, the 30 of Johnny Crank is next. And outside of him will be the 22 of Tom Randolph and the 55 of Fred Poole. 11, Ed Lawrence is next. And he brings up the tail. Heat race number 2 for the Pro Stocks. Flag does not fly. No green flag. Okay, they're relined back up. Jerry Johns, John Fitzgerald, Johnny Crank, and Tom Randolph. Green flag flies that time. We are racing. Johnny Crank. He's the man on the move. He's in second. John Fitzgerald shoved back to the 4th position now behind Tom Randolph, who's running in 3rd. Your leader, car number 1, Jerry Johns. It's Jerry Johns, Johnny Crank, Tom Randolph, your top 3. They're nose to tail on the track. Now Randolph looks to the outside of Johnny Crank through turns 1 and 2. Johnny Crank battles back going into turn 3. And coming down the front straightaway, they're side by side with Johnny Crank with slight advantage. Now they're side by side. A little bump to Johnny Crank from Johnny Crank to Jerry Johns coming into turns 1 and 2. Now Tom Randolph moves up and is beside Jerry Johns down the front straightaway. Tom Randolph, car number 22, now your leader. Jerry Johns back to 2nd. Johnny Crank in 3rd. It's Randolph, Jerry Johns, and Johnny Crank. 1, 2, 3. White flag, 1 more lap to go for your leader, car number 22, Tom Randolph. And as he comes out of turn number 4 this time, your winner, the Rocket Man, Tom Randolph. Jerry Johns and Johnny Crank, your top 3. Once again, your winner, car number 22, Tom Randolph. Kare Late Model Sportsmen are next for their first heat race. Quickly, your lineup on the pole. Randy Poole, Frank Harvey outside of him. In the 2nd row, Ron Poole, Jeff Capaldi. In the 3rd row, Rex Betties and Don Mahaffey Jr., Joe Hill, and Tom Hausfeld. Green flag, we are racing. And your leader, Randy Poole, Jeff Capaldi, looks underneath through turns 3 and 4. Now he looks outside as he goes into turns 1 and 2. Jeff Capaldi in the 35 car. He's loose through turn 2. He gathers it back in, looks underneath once again. Randy Poole. Randy Poole sideways. They have, and a big mess out on the front straightaway. Tom Hausfeld gets through. Ron Poole takes the shortcut through the infield and gets through. Rex Betty spins to miss. Caution on the track. Okay, we should get a green flag next time by. Your leader, car number 81, Frank Harvey, Rex Betty's, and Ron Poole, your top 3 cars. Green flag, we are racing once again. And Don Mahaffey Jr. gets around the 7 car, Ron Poole. He is 3rd. Rex Betty's runs 2nd. Frank Harvey is your leader. Now Joe Hill gets around Ron Poole for that 4th position. So Joe Hill runs in 4th. Don Mahaffey Jr. looks to the outside of your 2nd place car, Rex Betty's, through turns 1 and 2. Now he's outside of Frank Harvey. Don Mahaffey Jr., car number 24. This young man on a tear of late. Car number 24, Don Mahaffey Jr., now your leader as they come across the stripe. Frank Harvey seems to be having his problems. He's slowed. Rex Betty's now runs in 2nd. Joe Hill will be the next one to try Frank Harvey for that 3rd position. Joe Hill now runs 3rd. And Don Mahaffey Jr., car number 24, is running away with it. He's your leader. In 2nd, as I said before, is Rex Betty's. Joe Hill right on his back bumper. Now Joe Hill looks to the inside of Rex Betty's down the back straightaway, but can't quite get the job done. A white flag comes out for your leader, car number 24, Don Mahaffey Jr. Rex Betty still runs in 2nd. Joe Hill in 3rd, and your winner will be car number 24, Don Mahaffey Jr. In 2nd will be Rex Betty's. Joe Hill runs 3rd. Once again, your winner, car number 24, Don Mahaffey Jr. Race number 2 on the pole, car number 72, Gary Estes. Outside him, the 8 of Jack Woods. And 17, Sam Heckman. Carl Stapleton in 33 is outside of him. 19, Wayne Watercutter. 2, Dave Brandenburg. And 28, Mark Stump. 21, Tim Roush. Heat race number 2 for the late model sportsman. Lights have gone out on the Kare pace car. We should get a green flag next time by. Gary Estes, Jack Woods, Sam Heckman, Carl Stapleton, Wayne Watercutter, Dave Brandenburg, Mark Stump, and Tim Roush. Gary Estes, car number 72, leads lap 1. Jack Woods, car number 8. Right outside of him, they're side by side through turns 1 and 2. Estes with the advantage down the backstretch. Gary Estes, car number 72, still your leader. Jack Woods in 2nd, Sam Heckman in 3rd. Wayne Watercutter now 4th. Carl Stapleton back to 5th. Woods looks inside coming out of turn number 4, but can't quite get the job done. Gary Estes still your leader. It's Gary Estes, Jack Woods, Sam Heckman, Wayne Watercutter looking to the outside of Sam Heckman. That time back down past the stripe. Wayne Watercutter, car number 19, the man on the move. Two good battles going on for first and second and third and fourth. Gary Estes, your leader. Jack Woods right on his back bumper. Good battle back there between Wayne Watercutter and Sam Heckman. Now Dave Brandenburg scoots underneath Wayne Watercutter and outside of Sam Heckman. Dave Brandenburg in the 2 car, now running fourth, and he wants that third position. White flag, one more lap to go for your leader, car number 72, Gary Estes. And as he comes out of turn number 4, car number 72, Gary Estes is your winner. Jack Woods, Dave Brandenburg, and Sam Heckman round out your top 4.
Let's go. 4:69. You're going to run them. We're ready to go on the racetrack right now.
And once again from Miamisburg, Ohio, car number 72, Gary Estes, your winner. Well, it worked in rehearsal. Slight technical problem. We're sorry about that. We're ready to go beginner street stock racing. Eddie Simpson on the pole. Jason Estes outside of him. Tom Rose, Tom Henry. Tom Rose and the 4 car. I'm not sure who's in that. Looks like Dan Williams in the 99. And the green flag flies and we are racing. Who else is out there? The 3 of David Barnhart. And the 69 of Jeff Isbell. As I said before, green flag, and we are racing. And your leader, car number 4. I'm not sure who's driving that car number 4. Jason Estes looks underneath. He shoves the car number 4 out of the way. Jason Estes, your leader. Tom Henry, car number 28, runs in second. And car number 4 thinks better of it and shuts her down. The smoking car number 40 of Eddie Simpson runs in third. Now Henry looks outside of Estes through 1 and 2, but can't quite get the job done. David Barnhart runs in that 4th position in the 3 car behind Eddie Simpson. Jason Estes, still your leader. Car number 28, Tom Henry, runs in second. Eddie Simpson in third, and David Barnhart 4th. Tom Rose runs in the 5th position. Now Tom Henry looks underneath Jason Estes down the front straightaway. They're side by side going through turns 1 and now in 2. Tom Henry, car number 28, your new leader down the back straightaway. Through turns 3 and 4. The winner, Tom Henry. Jason Estes runs second. Third will go to Eddie Simpson. 4th to David Barnhart. Car number 28, Tom Henry, your winner.
T-Mods, you're on the racetrack right now. Let's go, T-Mods, fellas. Watch your place in line. Let's bring them up here. Watch it in the pit. Watch behind you.
Kare E-Mods are up next. Car number 2, Rusty Stroop on the inside. Outside of him, car number 27, Dick Dunleavy Jr. Then the 11 of Doug Miller, the 62 of Bill Bartholomew, the 77 of Brian Duncan, the 3 of Jerry Stapleton, and it looks like the 7 of Paul Sheffer, and the 67 of Lee Raymond. Lights go out on the Kare pace car. We should get a green flag next time by. Now Sheffer pulls up. He wants to get back on the front of this pack. but I don't believe he'll be allowed to do that because he was late for the call, late getting out to the track for the call, and he will have to go to the tail, and I'm correct, he will have to go to the tail for the start of this race. So it's Rusty Stroop, Dick Dunleavy Jr., and there's a good look at the Paul Sheffer machine. A little late getting out there to the track, so he goes to the tail. They pick up the throttle through turns 3 and 4. The green flag flies, we are racing. Dick Dunleavy Jr. with a slight advantage. He spins in turn number 1 and 2. A slight contact from the 2 car. He also collects the 62 of Bill Bartholomew.
28 and 14. Let's bring these aerosol clips, fellas.
Car number 11. All right, we should get a green flag next time by. Doug Miller, Dick Dunleavy Jr. on the pole now. Rusty Stroop having to call it a day. Green flag flies, we are racing. And immediately, Dick Dunleavy Jr. and his old nemesis, car number 3, Jerry Stapleton, pull out to the lead. They're side by side through turns 3 and 4. And down the front straightaway and coming into turns 1 and 2. They're side by side all the way around the track. And Stapleton down into the infield. Down along the backstretch. That drops him back distance, gives a little bit of breathing room to Dick Dunleavy Jr. Now Brian Duncan on the back Nerf bar of the 3 of Jerry Stapleton. Cars don't have bumpers really. And the hood comes up on the Dick Dunleavy machine. The hood flies up and blocks his view. He spins in turn 2. And he's out of the racing groove. We're not going to have a caution. So car number 3, Jerry Stapleton, inherits the lead. The 77 of Brian Duncan runs in second now. Jerry Stapleton still your leader, Brian Duncan in second. The white flag, 1 more lap to go. And I gotta learn the difference between a white flag and a checker, I guess. Having problems with that tonight. Your winner, car number 3, Jerry Stapleton, because that was the checker flag. Brian Duncan finishes second. For the Pure Stocks, car number 01, that's Potter Ledford on the pole. Car number 98, Gary Seitz outside of him. Brian Coleman in the 21 car is next, and outside of him, 25, Jim Chamberlain. 4, Harley Jenkins, and 57, Chris Popall. 10, Arliss Williams. 28, Danny Suffren, and 14, John Campbell. Lights go out on the Killcare pace car. We should get green flag next time by. Killcare crew doing a fine job tonight, really running these races quick and getting the job over and done very quickly. Hats off to the drivers too. They're doing a fine job racing. And no green flag. Otto Ledford and Brian Coleman with a jump on the start there. We'll get them relined back up and get a start here in just a couple of moments. Got them relined back up. We should get a green flag next time by. Potter Ledford, Gary Seitz, Brian Coleman, Jim Chamberlain, Harley Jenkins, and Chris Popall. And Seitz sideways out of turn 4 into Potter Ledford, and Potter Ledford into the wall. Caution on the track. Okay, now it's Gary Seitz, Jim Chamberlain, Harley Jenkins, and Chris Popall, your top 4, or Brian Coleman, Chris Popall, your top 4. Green flag flies, we are racing this time. Seitz with the lead. Chamberlain drops back a little bit. Coleman underneath through turns 1 and 2. Brian Coleman now in second. Harley Jenkins runs in third. Gary Seitz still your leader. Arliss Williams with that 4th or 5th position, excuse me. No 4th position. And now Harley Jenkins underneath the Brian Coleman machine, car number 21. Harley Jenkins in the 4th car. They're side by side down the back chute. As is Arliss Williams and Danny Suffren. Good battling going on behind your leader, car number 98, Gary Seitz. Now Coleman slides high through turns 1 and 2, but nobody can get it or take an advantage of that. Seitz sideways coming out of turn 4. He gathers it back together. Coleman right on his back bumper. Excuse me, that's Harley Jenkins on Seitz back bumper. Coleman is outside battling with the 10 car of Arliss Williams. Now Brian Coleman pulls up to the outside of Harley Jenkins. Both of those cars are spinning and sideways and touch, and also touch the Arliss Williams machine. And in that melee, Gary Seitz, Harley Jenkins, Arliss Williams, and Brian Coleman are battling for back there. And your winner for sure is Gary Seitz. Harley Jenkins in second. I'm not sure who got 3rd and 4th. It was very close. Once again, your winner, car number 98, Gary Seitz.
Okay, we'd appreciate it if you drivers now would come up with your helmets. They're going to take you over to the grand.
And that brings us to intermission time. Of course, it'll only be a couple minutes for you. Remember, Pinstripe Productions not only videotapes here at Kare Speedway, but at Columbus Motor Speedway and Kare Dragway, the Midwest's finest video racing series, Pinstripe Productions. Gary Seitz, your winner, Pure Stock Heat Race.
You come up with their helmet. 71 and 42, 9 and 8.
Okay, we are going to begin with the beginners. Car number 40, Eddie Simpson on the pole. Car number 17, Jason Estes outside of him. In the second row, Tom Henry in the 28 car, Dan Williams in 99. Then it's the 3 of Barnhart and the 4 car. In the next row is car number 69, Jeff Isbell, and outside of him, the 8 of Tom Rose.
Let's go, mini stocks. Bring the minis.
We should get a green flag next time by. Once again, it's Eddie Simpson in the 40 car, the 17 of Jason Estes, the 28 of Tom Henry, Dan Williams outside of him, Barnhart, and the 4 car make up the 3rd row, and Jeff Isbell and Tom Rose. They pick up the throttle coming through turn number 4. Green flag. Your Simpson. In second is Jason Estes. Dan Williams runs third. Tom Henry in fourth. Eddie Simpson with quite an advantage as he comes out of turn number 4. Estes and Williams battle for that second position. The battle also going on back there in the pack between Harley Jenkins, the 4 car, whoever that is, and Tom Rose. That's Harley Jenkins' 4 car. I'm not sure who is driving that. Now Eddie Simpson begins to smoke. I believe it's tire smoke. I only see it in the corners. I think that car is pitching over onto that rear right-hand tire and smoking it just a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that. Estes slides high out of turn 4. Williams gets into the side of him. Estes spins down the front straightaway, bringing out our first caution of this event. Eddie Simpson, Jason Estes, Tom Henry, Tom Rose. Your top 4 cars. Green flag, we are racing once again. Eddie Simpson still your leader. Jason Estes runs second. Tom Rose now in third. He looks to the outside of Estes down the front straightaway. Tom Rose, car number 8, now in second. Tom Rose, car number 8, he is moving in on and has caught up to Eddie Simpson. He moves to the outside through turns 1 and 2. Side by side down the back chute. Tom Rose, car number 8, now your leader as he comes out of turn 4. Good battle going on back in the pack between the 17 of Jason Estes and the 28 of Tom Henry. That's for that third position. And Henry into the turn 4 wall. That'll bring out a caution. All right, one more lap should get a green flag. Tom Rose, Eddie Simpson, Jason Estes, David Barnhart, the 4 car, and Jeff Isbell. And that was a ragged start to say the least, but we are racing once again. Isbell looks to the outside of the 4 car. Jeff Isbell, car number 69, now takes the position away from the 4 car. As Barnhart looks to the outside of Jason Estes down the back chute. Estes beginning to smoke that right rear tire. Barnhart moves to the outside of Estes. They're side by side through turns 1 and 2. And David Barnhart now runs third. Or did he make it in time? I guess he did. We are still racing. I thought that was the final lap there for a second. Good battle going on between the 17 car and the 69 car. And the white flag just waved. About a half a lap to go now for your leader, Tom Rose, in the 8 car. And as he comes out of turn number 4, your winner, car number 8, Tom Rose. In second will be Eddie Simpson. Third, David Barnhart. In fourth, looks like Jeff Isbell. Once again, your winner, car number 8, Tom Rose. Ready for the mini stock feature event. On the pole, car number 74, that's Cal Crutchleo. Outside him, the 28 of Larry Felix, and the 71 of Kurt Otto, and 42 Greg Howard. 9 Scott Hall is next, and the 85 of Jay Crawford. 24 Jeff Foltz, and the 37 of Sonny Hare. The mini stocks. Lights have gone out on the Kill Care pace car. We should get a green flag next time by. They pick up the throttle going into turn 3 and 4. Now Crutchleo and Kurt Otto with a slight jump. Larry Felix, that car not going on the start, and we don't get a green flag. No green flag. We should get a green flag next time by. Once again, it's Cal Crutchleo, Larry Felix, Kurt Otto, and Greg Howard, Scott Hall, and Jay Crawford. Green flag flies this time, and we are racing. And leader at lap number 1 will be Kurt Otto in the 71 cars. He's just eases by Cal Crutchleo. Crutchleo back to second. Good battle for that third position between Jeff Foltz and Scott Hall. And now Foltz looks underneath Crutchleo as Scott Hall goes outside. Everybody makes it through turn 1. Jeff Foltz now second. Scott Hall now running in that third position. Your leader is still car 71, Kurt Otto. Jeff Foltz closes in turn 1, this time by. Jeff Foltz right on the back bumper of the 71 car. He looks outside this time through turns 1 and 2, but can't quite make it stick. It's Kurt Otto, Jeff Foltz, Scott Hall, your top 3. And we got a couple cars into the turn 1 and 2 wall. Sonny Hare appears to have no brakes as that car is still making its way around the track. Bad front end damage on that car. He finally gets it to come to a rest over in turn 3. Caution on the track. A look at the Cal Crutchleo machine, also involved, and there's another one up there. I can't quite tell who that is. It's blocked by the phone pole. The other car involved in that wreck was Jay Crawford. He's track crew gets him off the track. We should get a green flag next time by. It's Kurt Otto, Jeff Foltz, and Scott Hall, your top 3 cars, and Greg Howard, and the 28 of Larry Felix. Green flag flies, and we are racing. still your leader. Jeff Foltz now looks outside as Scott Hall moves in on the inside of the Jeff Foltz machine. And Larry Felix with a lot of smoke coming out of that car. And there must be oil or something on the track. We do have caution. Jeff Foltz slides into the infield. Caution on the track. Okay, we should get a green flag next time by Kurt Otto, Jeff Foltz, Scott Hall, and Greg Howard. The only 4 cars we left running at this point. And the track seems real slick. We won't get a green flag this time by. A lot of oil and water and other fluids down on the track, plus it being a very chilly night, does not make for a good night to clean up a mess on a track like this. And they'll try it once again. They pick up the throttle coming out of turn 4, and I believe we got a green flag that time. Kurt Otto, Jeff Foltz, Scott Hall runs in that 3rd position. He's being challenged by Greg Howard in the 42 car. Shows how much I know. Those were just warm-up laps trying to get this track work back into shape. Larry Felix machine blew, it blew right in the groove. Okay, this time we should get a green flag and be back to racing. Kurt Otto, Jeff Foltz, and Scott Hall, and Greg Howard. Green flag does fly, and we are racing once again. Jeff Foltz looks to the outside, that time back down past the back straightaway, but can't quite make it stick through turns 3 and 4. Now Foltz looks to the outside of Kurt Otto in turns 1 and 2. Jeff Foltz, your new leader, car number 24. Be the next to challenge Kurt Otto for that 2nd position. Scott Hall looks to the inside going through turns 3 and 4 that time, but he loses some ground. Jeff Foltz, your leader, Kurt Otto running in 2nd, Scott Hall runs in 3rd, Greg Howard still out there in 4th. Distance between all the cars. While the action is cooled down on the track, I'd like to take this opportunity once again to remind you that Pinstroke Productions has moved. We have a new phone number and a new address. Check out our tapes or check out our flyers to see that new number and new address. And I'll give it to you here real quick. New number is 278-6660. New address 4144 White Flag. One more lap to go. 4144 Natchez Road, Dayton, Ohio 45416. Jeff Foltz, 1/2 lap to go as he goes through turns 3 and 4 this last time. And Kurt Otto closes, but it'll be too little too late. Jeff Foltz, your winner. Kurt Otto 2nd. Scott Hall and Greg Howard rounds out your top 4. Once again, your winner, car number 24, Jeff Foltz. Model sportsman cars are up next for their feature event on the Labor Day Championship night. Fine field of cars out here tonight. And they're going to heat them up. They put down some more oil dry in between these two features. And they're going to work the track, try to get the track into shape. You see Wayne Watercutter, car number 19, who's won a couple features here today, or this year. He's back out today. He races here occasionally. Well, almost missed that one. They are going to hot lap now. The official hot laps. They have the pace car running out in front of them to kind of clean the track off. Now the car's going to hot lap. We'll give you the lineup in just a couple of moments. Okay, quickly your lineup. Rex Betty's, Joe Hill, Gary Estes, Jack Woods, Sam Heckman, Carl Stapleton, Wayne Watercutter, Dave Brandenburg, Mark Stump, Don Mahaffey Jr., Jeff Capaldi, Ron Poole, Tom Hausfeld. Let's see, that was Randy Poole, Frank Harvey. There's Randy Poole in the 12 car.
Bring your feature up right away. Your stall. Bring the feature up right away.
And there's another car out there out back, and I'm not sure who that is. I'll have to take another look here real quick. So a good look at our field as they pass by. That's Tim Roush in the 21 car out there out back. They pick up the throttle 2 turns 3 and 4. And green flag. Your leaders Joe Hill, Rex Betty side by side with the completion of lap 1. Now Betty slides up, he gets into Hill. They spin in front of the field. Ooh, and another car collects the rear end of Rex Betty's. That was the 28 of Mark Stump. Looks like Jeff Capaldi spins down in the infield. Caution on the track. We should get a green flag next time by. Gary Estes, Jack Woods, Sam Heckman, Carl Stapleton, your top 4. And no green flag that time by. A couple cars trying to jump the start there. We'll get them relined back up. Should get a green flag here in a moment. Also, the 70 of Joe Hill coming back out on the track. Green flag flies that time by, and we are racing. Gary Estes, your leader. Jack Woods right on his back bumper. Good battle for third between Sam Heckman and Carl Stapleton. Wayne Watercutter runs in that 5th position. Now, Carl Stapleton pulls up beside of Jack Woods and looks to be racing for the lead as Wayne Watercutter moves into this battle. Top 4 cars side by side on the track. Gary Estes on the inside, Carl Stapleton on the outside. Estes with a slight advantage through turns 1 and 2. Gary Estes, Jack Woods now in second. Carl Stapleton slips back to a battle for third between him and Sam Heckman. Dave Brandenburg also right there. Brandenburg on the inside of Stapleton, trying to find a way around for that 4th position as Woods looks to the outside of Gary Estes coming out of 2. Oh, and Don Mahaffey Jr. and Carl Stapleton get together. Didn't quite see how that happened. Caution on the track. Should get a green flag next time by. Gary Estes, Jack Woods, Sam Heckman, Dave Brandenburg, and Don Mahaffey Jr. And the green flag flies immediately. Brandenburg looks to the outside of Sam Heckman, looking for a way around for that 3rd position as Woods continues to dog the 72 of Gary Estes. Good battle for the lead between Gary Estes, Jack Woods, Dave Brandenburg, and Sam Heckman. Now Woods slides back just a little bit. He still maintains second. Good side-by-side battle still going on for that 3rd position between Sam Heckman and Dave Brandenburg. Tim Roush with a little bump into the back end of Ron Poole. Good side-by-side battle going on between Joe Hill and Don Mahaffey Jr. Meanwhile, back up at the lead, it's still Gary Estes, Jack Woods, Dave Brandenburg, and Sam Heckman, your top 5, or top 4, excuse me. Brandenburg looks to the outside of Jack Woods. And Brandenburg is second. He'll now set his sights on the leader, Gary Estes, in the 72 machine. And now Dave Brandenburg, car number 2, your leader. Estes back to second. Woods still runs in third. But now he'll look to the outside of Gary Estes. going back into the pack. Joe Hill gets around Don Mahaffey Jr. as Carl Stapleton looks for a way around right now. Back up to the lead. It's still Dave Brandenburg, Gary Estes, Jack Woods, Sam Heckman, and Wayne Watercutter. Dave Brandenburg with about a half a straightaway lead on your second place car of Gary Estes. Now Wayne Watercutter looks to the outside of Sam Heckman. As we have a good battle going on in the back-to-back between Ron Poole, Don Mahaffey Jr., and Carl Stapleton. Mahaffey looks to the outside of Poole, but can't quite make it stick. And back to your leader, car number 2, Dave Brandenburg. We see a little bit of front end damage on that car, not affecting him tonight. That car really hooked up here at Kare. White flag, one more lap to go for your leader, Dave Brandenburg. Gary Estes and Jack Woods run second and third. And out of turn 4, one final time. Your winner will be car number 2, Dave Brandenburg. Gary Estes, Jack Woods, Sam Heckman, and Wayne Watercutter round out your top 5. Once again, your winner, car number 2, Dave Brandenburg. All right, up next is the Pure Stocks. Car number 21, Brian Coleman on the pole. Outside of him, 98, Gary Seitz. That is the 4, Harley Jenkins. 25 of Jim Chamberlain. 28, Danny Suffren. 57, Chris Poppaw. 10, Arliss Williams. 14, John Campbell. The Pure Stocks. And we'll have at least one more pace lap after this as Dave Brandenburg's car finishes in the winner's circle with the winner's circle festivities.
And 77, 62 and 7, 3 and 67.
we should get a green flag next time by. Once again, it's Brian Coleman, Gary Seitz, Harley Jenkins, Jim Chamberlain, Danny Suffren, and Chris Pawpaw. Seitz a little squirrely coming out of 4. Green flag flies, we are racing. Brian Coleman, your early leader. Harley Jenkins runs second. Danny Suffren and Gary Seitz side by side for third. Now Suffren takes over third. Seitz drops down on the low groove in that 4th position. Danny Suffren moved underneath the Harley Jenkins machine through turns 3 and 4. He is now second. He'll set his sights on the leader, Brian Coleman, in the 21 machine. He looks inside down the back straightaway, but Coleman slams the door going into turn 3. Once again, Coleman slides high out of turn 4, and we got a spin on the front stretch. Gary Seitz into Chris Pawpaw. Pawpaw spins and tags the front stretch wall, or the turn 1 wall. Caution. We should get a green flag next time by. It's Danny Suffren, Harley Jenkins, John Campbell, Arliss Williams, Jim Chamberlain, Chris Pawpaw. Green flag, we are racing. Harley Jenkins runs in second. Danny Suffren, your leader. Now John Campbell moves to the outside of Harley Jenkins. John Campbell now runs second in that 14 machine. Harley Jenkins back to third and 4. Arliss Williams right on his back bumper, running in that 5th position. Campbell set his sights on Danny Suffren, your leader, in the 28 machine. Now Arliss Williams pulls underneath and gets by. Arliss Williams in 1 and 2. Arliss Williams now runs third. He got underneath Harley Jenkins for that 3rd position. And Campbell is closing on your leader, Danny Suffren. John Campbell in the 14 car, visibly closing fast. And John Campbell is right there. Got some debris on the backstretch as the crews and people on the backstretch try to get the attention of the officials who have not seen it yet. Now we got a caution. It's kind of tough to see every little thing, and that's the reason people and crews all help out each other, and the track officials caution on the track for that piece of debris. There we go. Danny Suffren, John Campbell, Arliss Williams, your top 3. Green flag flies, we are racing. Campbell immediately looks to the outside of Suffren. They're side by side down the back straightaway. Now Campbell with a slight advantage coming out of 4. They touch. Everybody keeps it going. They touch again going into turn 1. Suffering sideways through turn 2. John Campbell now your leader. John Campbell, car number 14, now your leader. Danny Suffern back to second. Arliss Williams runs in third. Harley Jenkins in fourth. And Campbell with about a car length advantage on Danny Suffern. Suffern closes back in. Campbell pulls him just a little bit down the front straightaway. John Campbell, car number 14, still your leader. Danny Suffern right there in the 28 car in second. He's right on the back bumper of John Campbell once again. Good battle for the lead between the 14 car of John Campbell and the 28 of Danny Suffern, as Suffern looks for a way around. Oh, and a slight touch, and Suffern spins. Danny Suffern, car number 28, he spins. And your winner will be John Campbell. I believe Suffern will get the 4th position, but I'm not sure. Danny Suffern John Campbell wins. Arliss Williams in second. Harley Jenkins in third. That much I'm sure about. Once again, your winner, car number 14, John Campbell. Gray Zone Racing strikes again. It's time for the E-Mod Heat Race, or E-Mod Feature Race, excuse me. On the pole will be, and let's see, I don't believe we quite got the lineup yet. Yes, we do. So on the pole is car number 2, Rusty Stroop. 11, Doug Miller outside of him. Dick Dunleavy and Brian Duncan. Bill Bartholomew and Paul Sheffer, and Jerry Stapleton and Lee Raymond. All right, we should get a green flag next time by. Rusty Stroop, Doug Miller, Dick Dunleavy, Brian Duncan, Bill Bartholomew, Paul Sheffer, Jerry Stapleton, and Lee Raymond. Green flag, we are racing. They're side by side through turns 1 and 2. They're still side by side. The 2 Rusty Stroop on the inside, the 11 of Doug Miller on the outside. Second row, same way. Dick Dunleavy, Brian Duncan. Now Dunleavy pulls ahead for that 3rd position. He'll set his sights on Doug Miller for second. Now Dunleavy in second. Looking for a way around Rusty Stroop for that 1st position. And outside, coming out of turn number 4. They're side by side into turns 1 and 2. And we have a new leader, Dick Dunleavy Jr. in the 27 machine. Rusty Stroop back to second. Brian Duncan battles with Jerry Stapleton for that third position. Now Duncan is in second. Jerry Stapleton will be the next to try. Rusty Stroop on the outside for that third position. Stapleton is now third. So it's Dick Dunleavy Jr., your leader. Brian Duncan in the 77 machine in second. And the 3 of Jerry Stapleton runs third. Rusty Stroop now runs fourth. Dick Dunleavy, Brian Duncan, Jerry Stapleton, your top 3. Brian Duncan looking for a way around the Dick Dunleavy Jr. machine. He looks outside through turns 1 and 2. Brian Duncan trying to make that outside line work for him. Now Jerry Stapleton moves into the battle. Jerry Stapleton looks underneath Brian Duncan. He slides a little bit coming out of turn 4. Gives Duncan a little bit of breathing room. Your leader still Dick Dunleavy Jr. Good battle now forming for that second position between Brian Duncan and Jerry Stapleton. Now Stapleton looks inside. They're side by side down the backstretch. And still side by side, that time across the stripe. Brian Duncan, Jerry Stapleton battling for that second position behind your leader, Dick Dunleavy Jr. Now Stapleton with the second place. Brian Duncan back to third. Stapleton looking underneath Dick Dunleavy Jr. down the back straightaway. He can't quite get the job done. Once again to the outside through turns 1 and 2. And here comes Brian Duncan back for that second position. He hasn't given up quite yet. 3-car battle for the lead. Dick Dunleavy Jr., Jerry Stapleton, Brian Duncan, all together on the track. Duncan on the inside, Stapleton on the outside for that second position. Dick Dunleavy gets a little bit of breathing room now. On your now second place car, Brian Duncan. Jerry Stapleton pulls back up. Brian Duncan will be credited with being in second position for that lap. Jerry Stapleton now drops back to third, but he continues to battle back. Now they get into a single file forming line. We got caution because Doug Miller, car number 11, with a fire underneath that car. And he stops, and it looks like the fire has already extinguished itself. But we got caution on the track. We'll be back in a couple moments. We should get a green flag next time by. It's Dick Dunleavy, Brian Duncan, Jerry Stapleton, Bill Bartholomew, Rusty Stroop, and Lee Raymond. And they pick up the throttle out of turn 4. Green flag flies, and with quite a jump, Dick Dunleavy Jr. maintains that lead. White flag, one more lap to go for your leader, Dick Dunleavy Jr. in the 27 machine. Good battle going on for that second position between Brian Duncan and Jerry Stapleton. And as he comes out of turn number 4, he can see the checker. Your winner, Dick Dunleavy Jr., Brian Duncan, Jerry Stapleton, and Bill Bartholomew round out your top 4. It is time for the Killcare Pro Stocks. On the pole, car number 34, Dave Sewell. Car number 32, outside of him, Jerry Johns Jr. Jerry Johns Sr. in the 1J car is next, and the 95 of Vern Phillips. 22, that's Tom Randolph, and the 30 of Johnny Crank. 11, Ed Lawrence, and outside of him will be the 55 of Fred Poole. 92, John Matuszewski is next. Outside of him will be the 87 of John Fitzgerald, 17 Steve Lee inside, and outside of him the 41 of Rick Curtin. And bringing up the tail, car number 67, that's Steve Rickard. New machine out here for Steve tonight. Steve Rickard in the 67 car.
25, 66,
Lights stay on the Killcare pace car. We will get at least one more lap to go before we go green. Killcare pace car driven tonight by... Okay, the lights have gone out on the Killcare pace car. We should get a green flag next time by Dave Sewell, Jerry Johns Jr., Jerry Johns, Vern Phillips, Rocket Man Tom Randolph, and the 30 of Johnny Crank. Green flag, we are racing. And we got cars spinning in turn 1. John Matuszewski, Steve Lee involved. Your leader is Dave Sewell. Caution on the track. As we take a look at the damage on the 87 of John Fitzgerald, he also involved in that incident. Killcare pace car pulls off the track in turn 2. We should get a green flag next time by. It's Dave Sewell, Jerry Johns Sr., Tom Randolph, Jerry Johns Jr., Ed Lawrence, Fred Poole, Vern Phillips, Johnny Crank, and Steve Rickard. We pick up the throttle out turn 4. Green flag flies. We are racing once again. And loose in turn 3 is John Fitzgerald. He spins all by himself. Caution on the track. All right, the Killcare pace car pulls off the track in turn 2. It's Dave Sewell, Jerry Johns, Tom Randolph, Jerry Johns Jr., Ed Lawrence, Fred Poole, Vern Phillips, Johnny Crank, Steve Rickard, Rick Curtin, Steve Lee, John Matuszewski. Green flag flies. We are racing. Dave Sewell, still your leader. Jerry Johns, Tom Randolph runs second and third. Now Randolph looks to the high side of the Jerry Johns machine. Tom Randolph in car number 22. Johns and Randolph side by side coming out of turn 4 as they go across the stripe with a slight advantage. It's Tom Randolph. Now Randolph with the rear, or with his front quarter panel up beside the rear quarter panel of Dave Sewell. He slides back a little bit through turns 3 and 4. Tom Randolph, car number 22, the man on the move. Jerry Johns with a slight wiggle going into turn 3. They touch slightly. Tom Randolph still on the outside of the Dave Sewell and Jerry Johns machines. He's splitting the difference. Ooh, and they squeak past the slow-moving John Fitzgerald in turn 3. Dave Sewell still your leader, but Tom Randolph has different plans for that. Sewell still your leader. Jerry Johns drops back now. He's in third. Tom Randolph riding the high side in second. Now your leaders side by side. Jerry Johns looks to the low side of Dave Sewell. Tom Randolph now slight advantage over the Dave Sewell machine. Tom Randolph, car number 22, now your leader. Dave Sewell back to second. Jerry Johns in third. Sewell seems to have slowed slightly. It's Dave Sewell, Tom Randolph, and Fred Poole, second through fourth, with Tom Randolph running away with it. It's Dave Sewell, Jerry Johns, and Fred Poole. I think I got that wrong the first time. And the 92 of John Maniszewski spins in turn 4, bringing out another caution. It's Tom Randolph, Dave Sewell, Jerry Johns, Fred Poole, Jerry Johns Jr., Ed Lawrence, and Vern Phillips. A little nudge from Jerry Johns to Dave Sewell as they take the green flag, and we're racing once again. Tom Randolph, your leader. Dave Sewell, Jerry Johns running second and third. Fred Poole in fourth. We'll keep our eye on this battle for second through fourth as Jerry Johns looks for a way around the 34 machine of Dave Sewell. Randolph still your leader. Fred Poole gets around Jerry Johns for that third position. Fred Poole in the 55 machine now third. And Poole looking extremely strong at this point in the race. We're going to widen out and try to give you an idea of where Tom Randolph is. There he is. He just went out of your screen. And here comes your second place car of Dave Sewell and 55 Fred Poole running in third. Jerry Johns now back to fourth. They get around the ailing John Maniszewski in car number 92. Now Fred Poole looks to the high side of Dave Sewell. coming out of turn 4, but he can't quite make it stick up there. And we got caution for, it looks like Johnny Crank with a flat right front tire. 19 laps now complete. Tom Randolph, Dave Sewell, Fred Poole, Jerry Johns, Ed Lawrence, Jerry Johns Jr., Vern Phillips, Steve Rickert. Green flag, we are racing. Tom Randolph, good jump on the start. Dave Sewell running in second, Fred Poole, and Jerry Johns, your top 4. That's just how they'll finish. Tom Randolph, Dave Sewell, Fred Poole, and Jerry Johns. Once again, your winner, the Rocket Man, car number 22, Tom Randolph. Finally, it's the Kare figure 8s. On the pole, car number 4, Harley Jenkins. Outside of him, the 3 of Earl Jenkins. Then it's the 57 of Chris Pawpaw and the 25 of Jim Chamberlain. The Kare figure 8s. The green flag flies, we are racing. Harley Jenkins beats everybody else to turn 1. Harley Jenkins your leader, Earl in second. Good battle back there for third between Jim Chamberlain and Chris Pawpaw. Now Chamberlain flies past Earl Jenkins, setting his sights on the 4 of Harley Jenkins. It's Harley Jenkins in car number 4, 25 Jim Chamberlain. Runs in second. The third place car of Chris Pawpaw, car number 57, and running fourth is car number 3, Earl Jenkins. Chamberlain pressuring your leader. He's all over him like a cheap suit. A little bit of contact as they come out of turn 4. Now Jim Chamberlain, car number 25, he gets lead in turn 1, but can he hold it? He's sideways and out of the north loop. Jim Chamberlain is your leader. Harley Jenkins back to second. Chris Pawpaw still runs third. Now Pawpaw pulls up on the back bumper of Harley Jenkins as Jim Chamberlain begins to pull away just slightly. It's Chamberlain, Jenkins, Pawpaw, and Jenkins. Good battle for that second position between Harley Jenkins in the 4 car and the 57 of Chris Pawpaw. Stroke Productions is proud of its ongoing association with Kare Speedway. We're proud to be a part of the NASCAR Winston Racing Series here at Kare Speedway and at Columbus Motor Speedway. We're also proud of our association with NHRA and Kare Dragway for the Midwest's finest video racing series, Stroke Productions. Jim Chamberlain, car number 25, still your leader. Car number 4, Harley Jenkins, runs second. Car number 57, Chris Pawpaw in third. Earl Jenkins in the 3 car still runs out there in fourth, about a half a lap behind. Battle still waging for that second position as Chris Pawpaw looks for a way around the 4 car of Harley Jenkins. Jenkins, Chris Pawpaw still battling for that second position. Jim Chamberlain has a comfortable lead in that 25 car. Still Jim Chamberlain, car number 25, your leader. He puts a lap on the 3 car of Earl Jenkins. Harley Jenkins pulls around the inside of Earl Jenkins to put a lap on him, and Chris Pawpaw will follow him through in the south loop. Chamberlain, Jenkins, Pawpaw, and Jenkins. And your winner, Jim Chamberlain. In second will be Harley Jenkins. Third will go to Chris Pawpaw, and fourth, Earl Jenkins. For everybody from Pinstroke Productions, I'm Nate Pennington. We'd like to thank you for purchasing this videotape, and we will see you here next week from the backstretch and at the track.